Okay, that is a very interesting question right there. Oh, mama, oh, papa, what shall I do, whatever, what shall I do to pay you back for the good things that you do for me? If you ask the same questions to your daddy, oh, daddy, how can I, what can I do to pay you back for all the good things you do for me? See now, that should be the question you should be asking. And I think by now you should have the answers to that question. How? Why do I say so? Okay. So, your mom has paid your school fees, your dad has paid your school fees. When you resumed school, they bought your school books, they bought your school uniform, they bought your school bags. They made sure that you were ready for school resumption this week. And for this session, I beg your pardon. And there are other things. They bought you new dresses, they clothe you, they feed you, they house you, they make sure that you're nursed back to health when you're not feeling sick. What you need to do for them is say thank you, to be good boys and good girls in school, to have good character, to be respectful to them, to make sure that you pass in your schools. That is the greatest thing you can do, to become great in life, to be good boys, good girls, everything that is good, everything that is nice, everything that is worthy, not the negative things you need to do. That is how you can pay your parents back. With that, I say welcome to Smart Brains this beautiful morning on Solutions 93.9 FM. Well, I started on the note of, oh mama, keke ewa. That is to indicate that today is going to be absolutely fantastic. My name is Favor or Lauren Talasa. Kids, are you ready today? Definitely, Mrs. Margaret Grant is still and is also ready for us this morning as well. I gave you an exercise last week. Oh my goodness. To every one of you that sent in your responses, this is your kiss. Mwah! Thank you very much. So, immediately I got your responses, I forwarded them to Mrs. Margaret Grant, and she said, oh my God, I love these responses. We're going to talk about it today. I know that I'm still supposed to give Zainab something. Yeah, definitely. For responding last week or 2 weeks ago to the question that I asked, I'll do that. With everyone that sent their messages last week as well. Just something little to say, oh, well done. But then, if that is what you do for yourself and you get so engrossed with it, are you prepared for your future as well? Do you know what you want to become? Are you working towards that? Well, more and more we discuss this morning on Smart Brains. But before we do that, I need to celebrate some special people as usual. October celebrants, are you ready to dance?
If you are born in October, if you are born in October, yeah, money, October, fine gone, all fine gone. Gani, Toto, Ibara, Toto, Ibara, Oyigi, Olarui. What? Now this song, this next song. Now October, I get this one. Moshimo. Are you ready? Sọ pé mo ti sọnù sínú ìgbèkùn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Somebody body, ikú àti ìgbàgbé. Àti romi green, àti romi pé kò sí ìrètí fún mi. Torí mo jẹ̀bi, gbogbo ẹ̀sùn táàbù. Yóò ṣùgbọ́n ìdè níjà mọ́tò mi nírànlá ti gbà mọ́. Yóò àti rà mí padà àti san gbèsè mi nígbà ẹ̀. Wọ́n wí pé Jesus yọ ìzà. Ẹ̀kẹ́ hallelujah o.
Hallelujah. Congratulations, October celebrants. Hallelujah. Next year will be greater than this year. You won't die. You will live. You'll be prosperous. So congratulations to every October born boy and girl. Congratulations on your birthday. October 1 is gone, 2 is gone, 3 is gone, 4 is gone. If you always follow the program, you would know that this is how I wish every of my children, all my kids on Smart Brains, a happy birthday. So yes, today is the first Saturday in the month of October, and definitely that is what I am doing. Now, congratulations to you. Now, before I bring in Mrs. Margaret Grant, I will be playing you a story, and then I'll open the phone lines, ask you a few questions. Do you still remember the numbers? 0912 2222939, 0912 2222939. That is the number that you can, call into once I'm done with the story. I have a question to ask you, and then we will make sure that you answer before I bring in Mrs. Margaret Grant. Stay tuned. Don't change the dial. Remember, good boys and good girls.
The Lazy Man. Once upon a time, there was a very lazy man who always looked for an easy way to feed himself. One day, while he was searching for something to eat, he saw a fruit farm. He looked around and didn't see anyone guarding the fruits on the tree, so he quickly decided to steal some fruits. But as soon as he walked into the farm and started to climb the tree, the farmer saw him and started chasing him. The lazy man saw the farmer coming at him with a stick. He got afraid and ran towards the forest nearby to hide. After some time, when he felt safe, he started to move on from the forest, and while passing through, he saw the wonderful scene. There was a fox. It had only 2 legs and was still crawling on them happily. The lazy man thought, how can this fox still stay alive in such condition? The fox can't run. How is he able to feed himself or stay alive from the threat of other animals? Suddenly, he saw a lion coming towards the fox with a piece of meat already in his mouth. All the animals ran away, and the lazy man climbed up on a tree to save himself. But the fox stayed there. He didn't have the ability to run on 2 legs. But what happened next surprised the lazy man. The lion left a piece of meat which was in his mouth for the fox. The lazy man felt happy seeing God's play, but was also confused. He thought that God, who's the creator of all, always has a plan to take care of his people. So he said to himself, maybe God must have something planned for me too. So he left that place and sat under a tree for someone to come and feed him. As time passed, he kept looking at the road, waiting for his food. He waited there for 2 days without any food. Finally, he couldn't bear the hunger and decided to go home. On his way home, he met a wise man. He told him everything what happened throughout his journey. The wise man gave him some food and water. After having it, the lazy man asked the wise man, "Oh, wise man, God have shown his mercy on the crippled fox. But why is God so cruel to me?" The wise man smiled and said, "That's true, my son. God has a plan for everyone. And you are obviously a part of God's plan too. However, you took his sign in the wrong way. God didn't want you to be like the fox. He wanted you to be like the lion."
I say welcome back. Now the time is right. Let's open the phone lines. I saw that you all were calling in when I called out the numbers earlier. So let's see. 0912-222-2939. 0912-222-2939. The question is, what did you learn from this story? I just played you a story about the lazy man. You saw what transpired between the lion and the fox. But what did you learn from it? 0912-222-2939. 0912-222-2939. I'm going to play a part of the song that I played earlier. From On My Honor as a Scholar, I Will Do My Best, right? I'll play it for you again. And we will see, I'm going to explain what I wanted to bring out from that story. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Hello, good morning. What's your name?
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Please allow my kids to call in. I am begging. Allow my kids to call in. This is Smart Brains, and we are discussing with kids this morning. And yes, our parents too should be on standby so we can have a conversation, but please let my kids call in. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Oh boy.
Oh, success is waiting for me. If I'm lazy, failure. Oh, failure. Oh, failure is waiting for me. If I work hard, success. Oh, success. Oh, success is waiting for me. If I'm lazy, failure. Oh, failure.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Finally, good morning. What's your name?
My name is Amos.
Amos.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Amos, what did you learn from this story?
It is not good to be lazy.
Oh, fantastic. It is not good to be lazy. That is interesting. I like that. Amos,
Huh?
does your mommy have a WhatsApp line?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please hang up and listen to the number I want to give out now. So when you type, just type Amos on WhatsApp. Send me a message on WhatsApp, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're welcome. I will take one more call now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mama.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Ekami Shama.
Oh, yeah, Komi Shama. You also sent in your response. That was last week. I saw it too. All right, so what did you learn from this story?
I learned that everyone's situation is different.
Everyone's situation is different, but if your situation is different, what do you need to do to get out of that situation?
You should work towards it.
Work towards it and work hard to get out of it. Interesting and amazing. Thank you very much for that comment. Shama, please hang on. I want to give out a number so you can send a message to me on WhatsApp, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. I'll take one more call so that I can link up with Mrs. Margaret Grant from Barbados this morning. Oh, I lost it. Now, I played this song earlier and it said, if I work hard, success, oh, success is waiting for me. If I'm lazy, failure, oh, failure, oh, failure is waiting for me. Well, I think it's explanatory. If you are lazy, definitely you will fail. If you're lazy in what you're supposed to do, if it's chores, if it's your assignment, if it's with your schoolwork, you're not doing anything right, you definitely fail. There is no miracle anywhere. Well, the folks got assistance, but do you want to live off that every time without working for it? No, it may not be possible. So as kids, you need to learn to work hard so you can get the best result. Now, Amos and Shama, please send your message or your number. Send me a message. Don't send your number, just send a message. I am Amos. I am Shama to 09044222939. 0904-422-2939. It's a WhatsApp line, so send a WhatsApp message to that line. I will see it. Please do that before the end of the program so I would know that you've done it, okay? Let me go on a short break. I link up with Mrs. Margaret Grant. We'll go through your responses from last week and we'll delve into today's topic. Stay tuned.
Follow me to school, let's go and count. 1, 2, 3.
All right, welcome back, kids. I know you're still trying to call in, but let us hold on a bit. I already have Mrs. Margaret Grant with me this morning. We say that this is week 9 or week 10 with you. Hello?
Yes.
I would say this is week 9
Good
or
morning.
week,
Good morning.
good morning. This is week 9, week 10. I'm still trying to figure it out. I guess it's week I guess
Oh
it's
dear.
I guess it's week 10. Let me connect with her again.
5 and 3 or 8. It's probably 8.
Nah, we have passed 8. I think week
8 or
9.
9. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Happy New Month, ma'am.
hmm
Happy New Month. Can you hear me
Everything
clearly?
is going well. Everything is going well. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right. So last week was quite entertaining. It was quite interesting. My kids learned one or two things. I asked them to draw the hexagon from the Holland's theory. They did. And I also asked them to send me some things that, they enjoy doing and they never get tired of. So I think I was able to do a short assessment of them and dissenting their responses. And then I forwarded them to you. And can you just let me know what you think before we go on today?
Actually, I think it was an excellent exercise, and one for reflection, and also to help them to start tuning into and applying what we are discussing. Because to me, they're never too young to start this process. The earlier they start it, the better. Yes. So I was really pleased to get the responses, and even though they might be described as hobbies, many times hobbies play a great role in our careers
Oh,
down the road. Okay.
oh,
So yeah, it was an excellent exercise. And I really want to thank them for responding and sharing so openly.
okay. Well, I didn't want to go deep into their responses because I believe they sent it to me
Yeah.
in confidence. But could you
Yeah.
give them one or two advice regarding what they sent and how they can implement it for the nearest future?
Okay. And I speak in general, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
it comes to hobbies, hobbies play a part to the whole career and the whole career roadmap. So we might realize that parents also might realize that their children are gravitating towards certain things. And let me give an example. There was once a girl who she loved art, and the father said that she used to play with crayons from very, very early.
Wow.
And in his mind, he did not want her to continue that because he said artists starve, artists do not make money. So he stopped he made sure that anything related to art was not in her path. But however she maneuvered, she gravitated to art. And even in secondary school, when it came to high school, when she had to start choosing subjects in relation to a career, the girl chose art.
Oops.
And he was still of the mindset that she should not do art, and and when she finished school, she wanted to go off to university to do art. And that was his dilemma then, because he realized that he fought her so much from way back when she was very young, 2 years, 3 years. And all up in 16 years old, the girl was still focused on art. And it is because of the passion that she had. He figured that, what, I'm going to have to give up. So she went off and she did art at the university. She got a scholarship. She went and did art. And then she turned around. She went into the ministry, as a missionary, as a, Bible teacher.
Yeah.
And she was able to use art then in her field. Yes. And so that is an example that I know for sure where, the interest was there. The innate interest, the inherent interest was there. And the parent was fighting against it. Yes?
Yeah.
And I think some of these parents have to give way, give way. Not only give way because you're losing it, but give way because it has an interest. And once that child has a passion for it, the avenues will be open. So I want children to recognize, whether it be sports, whether it be just leisurely reading, whether it be cooking, writing, playing sound, whatever you love doing. And I'm not talking about sitting down sitting down watching TV all day long. Yes, that could be a hobby for some people, but that could lead to laziness, just what you were saying in that song.
Earlier. Yeah.
Yes. So we have to distinguish between laziness, those things that lead to laziness, and those things that lead to wholesomeness. Yes. So hobbies are very, very, very important.
Okay. All right, so that is that. Let's move on to today. What does Mrs. Margaret Grant
Okay.
have for us?
Okay, so last week we were able to look at the Hollands model, and I'm really grateful that the children have found it interesting and they found it helpful, and they were able then to even navigate on their own, and that was really pleasing. So I want to continue today. We would look at these 6 personality types, and I'm sure the children can tell me them, with the eyes closed now: realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional, and that spells realistic. And I hope that they will have gotten a chance also to do the free career test. And today, I would even encourage adults, if you're listening, to follow with me, because this can apply to you as well. There may be somebody who they might be at that point where they want to change careers, or they might be in a career where, they're not really, they don't feel full. They're not feel fully used and, fulfilled and challenged. So, okay, so the free career test, please get one done. There are several online that you can do. If you're interested, you can Google Big Future Career Quiz. That is one that I will leave with you, because that one is based on the Hollands theory. Yeah, so today we want to identify steps to build career skills. And I want our children to recognize that they're not too young to start thinking about careers. Children, 11 years, 12 years old, yes, you can start listening. You can start thinking career-wise, okay? So today we want you to become aware of the early steps in career planning. We want to explore some strategies and some opportunities in preparing oneself for the future. And wherever possible, and you find it challenging, please get career counseling. Speak out with your guidance counselor at school. Going counselor, I'm sure, will be all too willing to help you at this point. So I want you to close your eyes. Yes, this is an activity I want to give at this time. You're looking at my future self. I want you to close your eyes. I want to focus on your dream. What is your dream? Imagine yourself in the next 10 to 15 years. That means that we're looking at the year 2035 to 2040. That's the time frame we're looking at. 2035, 2040. How old are you? Work out your age between now and then. If you're 11, it'll be like 21 to 26. Where are you? Where are you? Because by now you should be fairly established. Are you at work? And if you're at work, what kind of work are you doing? Are you indoors? Are you outdoors? Are you working among people? Are you working by yourself? Are you running a business? Are you starting a business? Where are you? Are you working for someone? Are you at entry level? Where are you? Okay? Who are the people in your inner circle? Who are these people that you can really call on to support you at this time? Who are the people that are mentoring you, that you are modeling your life after? Okay? So what's your career right now? What's your life like? Are you married? Do you have a family? Yes? Are you planning to get married? Are you planning to get a family? Or are you planning to remain single? What happened after secondary school? You would have left secondary school a good few years since then. What happened since then? What are the steps that you took to get you where you are? And my last question, are you happy? Are you happy? And we're talking next 10 to 15 years. Imagine yourself at that point. Are you happy? Or are you reflecting and saying, you know what? I have messed up. I have messed up. I need to start over. Or you might be so discouraged that you're saying, my life is over. No, it doesn't have to be over. And then if you're happy, what makes you happy? What makes you upset? What disturbs you at this point? Yes. So those are the questions that I hope that were reflective as you look at your future self. And the self-reflective exercise, who really am I? What kind of skills and interests and strengths and values do I possess? And you want to come back into the here and now. Come back to the present. Okay? Look at yourself now. Because whoever you saw yourself as in the future would have built themselves on who you are now. Okay? So I want us to be very conscious of what we are doing to ourselves, how we are appreciating ourselves, how we are even self-exploring. Okay? So who am I? What are your skills? What are your interests? What are your strengths? Yes? And when you ask yourself those questions, what do I enjoy doing most? Do I enjoy solving problems, helping people, creating things, leading groups? Do I like working with nature? Do I like being outdoors? Yes? Do I like using technology? Do I like telling stories? Do I enjoy organizing tasks? There are some questions that you can actually ask yourself because you enjoy doing these things. Well, obviously it would be some, not all of them. But if you enjoy these things, you will get to realize that they can point towards a particular career. It's not necessarily one, but several. And then another question. What subjects do I enjoy now at school? Or what subjects do I do well in? There are some subjects that you gravitate to more and you enjoy. You can sit down and study them for hours and won't get tired. And then there's some that you just don't even want to look in the book. Right? So what subjects do you do well in? What subjects do you really enjoy? Again, this is one of the key areas that help persons to understand and appreciate the career that will be coming. So you might say, I love math, English. Is it science? Is it art? Is it social studies? Is it business? Is it agriculture? Is it computer technology? Yeah. So what is it? What is it? What subject or subjects do you enjoy or do well in? And then what are your personal strengths? I'm not going to go too much into this because next week we're going to be doing SWOT analysis. But it's just one hint at it. You might say, I'm a good listener. Are you a good listener? Do you think deeply? I stay calm under pressure. And this is so important because there are some jobs that are stress-filled. And how can you stay calm under pressure? Yes, there are some techniques that you have. I'm creative. I'm curious. Are you a team player? Do you like working alone? Are you a fast learner? So those are some personal strengths, and we're going to look at those in more detail next week. So where am I heading? Which career is best for me? And then how am I going to get there? These are 3 questions that you need to be able to answer. Now, let's assume that you would have done the career assessment, and now you're going to start asking some questions. You're just going to start launching out now because you're going to start career exploration. So what are the subjects you need to study to get into this particular career? Where do I need to go to after secondary school? What qualifications are required? Am I going to be trained locally or do I have to go overseas to get trained? And if I have to go overseas, where? Might be the Caribbean, who knows? It might be in the US, it might be in Europe, yes? Or you might be able to stay at home or go to another African state and do it. And then, does my qualification require professional certification? Because let's look at accounts. Some children might think, I want to be an accountant. But here in Barbados, you can't be an accountant just by going to study accounts. You can go to the university and you can do accounting. But after that, you have to go and do the professional certification in order to be an accountant. Yeah? So you need to check out that. Does my career have a professional certification? And how long will I do it? Where can I go to get this certification done? And then which universities, colleges, polytechnic, or trade schools will I have to attend? Where can I work after I've gotten the degree now? Where are the places of employment? And then I would like you to search, at least in Nigeria, for 2 persons who are successful in that career. If you can't find anybody locally, which I sure would not be a problem, I'm sure you might be able to find you will be able to find someone locally who is doing well in that career. But if for some reason you can't, you can look outside. You can also find someone locally and find someone overseas. So at least you have 2 persons that you can connect with online and just have a chat with them about how they're doing in that particular career. And then what are the career trends? Now, there is the Occupational Outlook Handbook, and you can just Google that. Or you can just put OOH in and Google that, the Occupational Outlook Handbook. And that gives you an idea of some careers or most careers, the trend. In the next 15 years, what would this career look like? Yes, and obviously it's based on the US Labor Department, and therefore it is their labor statistics that they're using. So, but it just gives you an idea of how the world is trending and how careers will be trending. So you can go on the Occupational Outlook Handbook and you can actually see the careers there and see how they're going to be trending. Now, some more self-investment. Now, while you're at school, you might ask, now what can I do while I'm at school so that I can prepare myself for this career? Now, I would like you to consider seriously joining clubs or groups. Now, think about the extracurricular activities that you're interested in. Think about the extracurricular activities that your school has to offer. And there might be some community groups that you can join as well. And I would like your parents to engage in this kind of exercise as well, so that they can see where your interests lie and they can see how these areas can develop you. Your school might have a choir and you might be interested in music. Why not join the choir? Yes, because in joining the choir, you might not just be working towards being a singer, but there's so much more. There's performance music, and you might decide that, look, you know what, I want to be a specialist in using the saxophone. I might want to become a saxophonist. I might want to be a professional in using the viola. And therefore, there are some tools now that you can look at to see where you can go and specialize in this field. And when persons invite you as the artist to perform, who knows? You now are in charge of yourself. You're in charge of your career. You can set your price. And the more professional you are, the more experienced you become, the more excellent service that you provide, the more you will be sought after. So, okay, there might be a sports thing that you're interested in. Join it. In sports, you develop team spirit. You develop people skills. You get to interact with people. You get to understand what fairness is. You get to understand what failure is as well, because you may not always win. And therefore, you get to understand that. You get to also learn what it means to be resilient. And being resilient is one of those skills that would be future important. Volunteering. Can you think of any place in your community that you can volunteer? Can you think of maybe a soup kitchen, or it could be just there's an old lady down the street living alone, maybe she needs help. You can go and volunteer, of course, with your parents' permission. You might be able to go and fix her room, or, help feed her or something. That there might be something. You might be able to go and get her medication for her, shop for her groceries. These are little services that you can do. Not that you're looking for anything in return, but you're providing a service to somebody. Look at your school. Is there anything in your school that needs touching up? There might be some walls that want painting, or you might go to the library and ask the librarian to allow you to help fix back the books. As children bring back books to the library, and so they need to be filed out properly. You can go and volunteer to do that. Yes. So there might be a an animal center. If you're interested in animals or working outdoors, you can go and work with, volunteer at an animal center, a dog center or so. So these are things as simple as they may look or sound, They are actually helping prepare you for the future. And then sometimes leadership positions. How often do children get um, selected or nominated for a leadership position? And there's some children who will shy away from it. Yes, you might be a farm captain or a farm leader or farm monitor or prefect. And so, our host captain for these sports team captain. And other people are seeing the leadership in you, and you are saying, no, not me. I think another person over there will do a better job. But when those situations arise, I want you to step forward, and you will see that some innate skills are there just waiting to be unleashed, right? If even holiday jobs or weekend jobs, this is where now you can get involved. And if the family has a business, you can help out in that family business as well. And wherever possible, and you can find a professional that um, you can go and visit and see how they're working. Suppose you want to become a civil engineer and you found out a civil engineer in your area, you can get your parents obviously to contact and see when you can go and visit them and ask them some questions, explore, see what it's like. Yeah. I knew of a young lady who went into civil engineering. She studied civil engineering. After she finished secondary school, she went into civil engineering because, she heard of it, and I believe she knew somebody who was in the field. And she went. She did her degree, everything, and she did her degree, got her first job. When she got that job, what she didn't do before, she did not do what I'm telling you to do. She did not explore it enough. She knew it was a lucrative area. She knew she would get a lot of money in it. And it was not a bottleneck job. There was room, for persons to get into it. But when she got into it, she realized it was male dominated. And the fellows will be calling at her all the time. Every time she go on a job site, all men. And the men are just adoring how she looks and calling at her and giving her all the cat calls and all the comments. And so that got overbearing for her, and she quit. She went into a different field. So students, I want you to think carefully, and that's why I'm suggesting that you shadow someone in the field. Because when you shadow someone in the field, you're able to visit their workplace. You're able to spend some time with them in the work environment, and you're able to get first-hand knowledge and first-hand exposure as what career is all about. Okay? So don't go into it blindly. And then also you might say, well, I would love to do a particular career, but it's going to be costly to get there. My parents don't have that kind of money. The parents might also say, well, we don't have that kind of money for that kind of career. But you know what? I want to explore some scholarships. There's a scholarship out there with your name written on it. But you know what? You have to search for it. Your parents have to search for it. So search. And don't only limit yourself to Nigeria. There's a lot of scholarships in Europe that they actually say for African students only. Imagine that. When I was searching for scholarships for myself, that is what I saw, for African students only. As long as they have the state identified. So please explore. If you find the one with your name on it. All right. So ask yourself, if you're looking for a job that gives you a fat salary, is that the driving force? Are you looking for a shortcut? Some children might say, well, I don't need to go to university to get the career that I want. That is fine. But just make sure that you are the top. You are at the top of that career. Yes, you are in an area that is almost unique. Right? You're doing something different from everybody else in that particular field. And then some people might say, well, you know what? I don't need all of this. I can just, whichever job comes, I will try it. If it doesn't work out, I'll go for another one. Job hopping, that might not. Some people do that till you get the right fit, but sometimes that is not the best thing either. All right? So I want you to recognize that there are things that you can do, other areas that you can do, things that you can do to explore the careers. If there are career fairs, please attend them. Sometimes there are some companies that they might be thinking to bring in people to work for them. They might have a career fair, or your school your counselor may organize a career showcase or a career day, please attend. Even if you see careers there, persons from careers that you're not interested in or you never heard about, please go and explore because you always learn something you didn't know before. And then start reading the publications that come out from the different industries, understand the job duties and so on, right? Wherever possible, conduct informational interviews, interview persons in their job. And as simple as that might sound, ask them questions. What's your job really like? What do you find exciting about your job? How did you get into this particular job? Ask those 3 questions and you will find that you gain a lot about different careers.
Okay, we've learned a lot today.
So,
ma'am.
as I conclude,
Yeah.
okay.
We've learned a lot today. Can we move on or, move to rest the next week so we can continue the conversation? Our time is fast spent.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. So we've learned a lot. In fact, when you told us to close our eyes, I did myself because I needed to picture myself. You said in the next 10 years. Was it 10 years? You said 10 years.
10 to 15, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 10 to 15,
10 to
yes.
15 years. You said we should calculate our age now and then. Where do I want to see myself? And I did. And I was like, oh boy, this is actually for, yes, I learned something during the week. To think great, you have to think like the great. So yes,
Correct,
yes.
correct. That is
So
true.
I did that, and I could picture myself. But it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of resilience.
Correct.
It takes a lot of commitment to actually get to that point. I guess that is what my kids should
Yes.
take home with today. Thank you very much, ma'am. I
Yes.
may not give them an exercise
You are
today.
welcome.
I just want them to simmer and let them, get themselves into that realm for next week,
Yes.
Saturday. Thank you very much. I really
Correct.
appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful day, ma'am.
Thank you.
And happy new month once again.
You too. Blessings on you.
All right, bye. Okay, so I hope you did that exercise where she asked you to close your eyes so you can picture yourself in the next 10, 15 years. I did myself. I don't know if you did. But like I said earlier, if you want to become great, you need to think great so that you will know what you want to do and how you can see yourself in the nearest future. Do you want to be a great boy? You want to be a great physician? You want to be a great, medical expert? You want to be a medical expert that is reckoned with globally around the world? You need to think now so you can attain that, position, okay? Do you want to own your own business? Do you want to, be a master's degree holder? Do you want to become a PhD holder? In what field? In what way? How do you want to go about it? Let that be your exercise for today. Sit down, close your eyes, and picture yourself in the next 10 years, next 15 years, so that we would know where, or you can know how, what to do to get to that position. My name is Favor Oloruntola. See you next week. Amos and Shama, I hope you've sent me your message. Please do that too, so that I can, acknowledge it and do everybody's wins together. Have yourself a wonderful day. Week 4 is fast approaching. You start your CA test very soon. Are you reading? If you're not, start doing that now so you can get the best of results this session. Bye.
News that breaks, facts that speak, stories that matter. From the heart of Ibadan, this is your trusted news source, Solutions 93.9 FM. politics, power, and people. We cover it all, crisp, clear, and correct. Every headline, every reaction.
Maturity is very essential in our education.
Look at the government that is bent on the policies like the EFCC as usual. It's on top of the matter.
No spin, no delay, just the news served fresh. Stay woke, stay sharp, stay tuned to Solutions 93.9 FM. We are the remedy.
This is News at Noon on Solutions 93.9 FM.
A beautiful afternoon to you. Her name is Favor Olorunshola. In a highlight, our special report today focuses on struggles, triumphs as Nigeria clocks 65. On the foreign St. Manita Airport confirms gradual resumption of flights after Friday closure. And in sports, Super Falcons striker Olumoni retires professional football. Now the details. President Tinubu's speech during Nigeria's 65th Independence Day, resumption of the Abuja-Kaduna train service, and Kwara United FC's midweek game victory over Plateau United were some of the stories that made the headlines in the outgoing week. A compilation of these and more are in our News in the Week package.
This is News in the Week. News in the Week focuses on the major news highlights that happened during the outgoing week in Nigeria. We begin the News in the Week with President Bola Tinubu's nationwide broadcast during Nigeria's 65th Independence Day. In the outgoing week, President Bola Tinubu stated that with the economic reforms implemented by his administration, the worst phase is behind the country. President Tinubu, who gave the assurance in his nationwide broadcast to celebrate Nigeria's 65th Independence Day anniversary, saluted Nigerians for their endurance, support, and understanding, while promising to continue to work for the progress of the nation in all sectors. Mr. President, who also said his government was working to boost agricultural production and reduce food costs, called on citizens to patronize made-in-Nigerian products, as the nation is focusing on production and not only consumption anymore.
Let me assure you of administration's determination to ensure that the resources we have saved and the stability we have built are channeled into these critical areas. Today, the governors at the state level and the local government's autonomy are yielding more development right in our affairs. Therefore, on this 65th anniversary of our independence, my message is hope and a call to action.
President Tinubu also urged Nigerians to pay their taxes to help the country move forward. The Abuja-Kaduna train service AKTS in the outgoing week officially resumed operations following weeks of intensive inspections, safety checks, and staff training by the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC). Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, Dr. Kayode Okpeifa, who joined passengers and staff on the inaugural trip following the August mishap in order to personally witness the resumption of the service and help restore public confidence, reiterated his commitment to transforming the corporation by prioritizing the completion of the ongoing project, improving customer experience, and modernizing operations along the AKTS corridor. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASAN, in the outgoing week called off its strike following 2 days of conciliation meeting with the management of Dangote Petroleum Refinery. The board stated that while they do not believe Dangote would regard some of the directives issued by the government, they resolved to respect the government's position by suspending the strike, which began on the 28th of September 2025.
Even with the shortcomings in the document, the NEC of PENGASAN has decided that we will go ahead to suspend the industrial action that we started on Sunday, 28th day of September 2025. Any part of this agreement or any part of this communique as put up by the Ministry of Labour that is broken, we will not give any notice. We will not give any warning. We will resume the suspended industrial action immediately.
The meeting, which held during the outgoing week, were conveyed by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Mohamed Dingyadi, and attended by senior government officials, security agencies, and representatives of organized labour. Back home, in a related development, the Association of the Resident Doctors at the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology Teaching Hospital, Ogbomoso, Oyo State, in the outgoing week suspended its indefinite strike after 2 months. The doctors announced the decision in a letter to the Chief Medical Director, Professor Olakunleyin Olawale, citing assurances made by the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, during his visit on Tuesday, September 30. The strike, which began on July 29, was triggered by poor working conditions, inadequate medical equipment, and welfare-related issues. And now to sports. Kwara United FC recorded a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Plateau United in the Nigerian Premier Football League encounter in a matchday 5 game in the outgoing week. Similarly, Abia Warriors secured a convincing 2-0 victory over NPFL champions Remo Stars FC in a matchday 6 played at the Umuahia Township Stadium. And those are the major news that happened in the outgoing week in Nigeria. My name is Seth Omotade.
Thank you very much, Seth Omotade. For follow-ups, more updates on major and breaking stories, stay glued to our news belt at 12 o'clock for news at noon, World at 3, 6 p.m. for Sundown News, and Oyo Chronicles every Sunday at 6 p.m. And now to our special report. They say independence is more than lowering a colonial flag. It is the birth of self-determination and national identity. This special report revisits Nigeria's journey to freedom, reflecting on the current struggles, triumphs, and hopes that Nigeria will be great again.
Nigeria's Independence Day is a momentous occasion, marking the country's liberation from British colonial rule on October 1, 1960. Nigeria's road to independence was long and gradual, beginning with early nationalists like Albert Macaulay and groups such as the Nigerian Youth Movement in the 1930s, who demanded more say in government. After World War II, the call for freedom grew stronger, with leaders like Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo, and Ahmadu Bello forming political parties that represented the country's regions. In response, the British introduced new constitutions that gave Nigerians more power to govern themselves, and by the late 1950s, each region had achieved self-government. In 1959, Nigeria held its first federal election, and Abubakar Tafawa Balewa became the first prime minister. Finally, on October 1, 1960, Nigeria gained full independence. In Lagos, the British Union Jack was lowered, while the green-white-green flag was raised, and Nnamdi Azikiwe became the country's first Governor-General, marking the beginning of a new era. The country's history is a testament to the resilience of its people, who have faced numerous challenges till independence. However, the question to ask is that, are Nigerians really free? Nigeria continues to face multiple challenges. The economy remains unstable, with rising prices, unemployment, and reliance on oil revenue. Security concerns persist, with insurgents in the northeast, banditry in the northwest, including incidents of kidnapping across different regions, remain. Infrastructural deficit, including unreliable power supply, poor road networks, and underfunded schools, continue to affect daily life, while corruption and bad governance gaps remain issues raised by civil society groups and citizens alike. As Nigeria moves ahead, question remains, where will the direction of the country be in the next 5 years? A cross-section of Nigerians who share their thoughts while expressing both concerns and hope for a better country.
Last year independence, this year independence, there is difference. The difference is that last year in the rate of things, the thing is very okay than this year, but this year is totally worse. But one thing about it is that hope for Nigeria this time around is 50-50.
In the olden days, when we want to do Oktoberfest like this, all the children, both primary and secondary school, they will lead them to the Adamasingba or any place that is scheduled for them to march. All the organs that lead them to that avenue, they be happy because Nigeria was peaceful. But nowadays, no changes at all. Even the system, the media system today in the radio, they told us that nobody should be go out, be in your own house because there's no any security. For instance, now every day, if they no keep Bono, they will kill Maduguri, they will kill Lorry, so no security.
I didn't see any changes. So from last year to this day, there is hope for Nigeria because we are believing that God will take control whenever the time comes.
A lecturer and head of the Department of History and International Studies at Adeleke University, Osun State, Dr. Ugo Onumon, emphasized that Nigeria's future depends on urgent governance reforms, adding that sound politics is the key to driving meaningful development in the country.
We are not making appreciable or not made the expected progress that we are expected to make as a nation, because as a nation we have what it takes. During the era of independence, Nigeria was predicted to be one of the countries that will rule the world or that will be in the front line in times of economic growth as a nation. But I think because of the continual mismanagement of our economy, corruption and the likes, Nigeria has not made that expected growth. My advice is that our leaders should think twice. And also the followership, who have the problem of leadership and followership, should think objectively and begin to ask questions so that there will be amendment on our policy, because everything is centered on what we call on project, not on the people. The policy we have today is all about the politicians, not about the people anymore.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, while speaking during this year's Pre-Independence World Press Conference, noted that both government and the citizens need to work collaboratively in achieving a better future for Nigeria.
It is heartwarming to join millions of Nigerians at home and abroad to witness yet another monumental commemoration for our dear country, our 65th independence anniversary. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, is doing the needful. He is committed, he is courageous, and is also a visionary leader. At this point in time, our collective participation in nation building is critical in the sustenance of the progress being made. That is why the theme of this year's 65th anniversary is All Hands on Deck, a direct and heartfelt call to all Nigerians and our friends and partners around the world to show understanding and to commit to supporting these landmark reforms.
In a moment of reflection, Nigerians are reminded of the importance of unity and collective effort in overcoming challenges. Nigeria can work towards a brighter future, leveraging its rich cultural heritage and diverse population to drive progress. The theme for this year's independence is All Hands on Deck for a Greater Nation. My name is Seth Omotade.
Yes, Nigeria will be great again. Thank you very much, Seth Omotade. Well, as Nigeria celebrates its 55th independence anniversary, the call remains to honor the past, confront the present, and shape a future worthy of the nation's promise together. And now to the foreign scene. Authorities at the Manita Airport have confirmed gradual resumption of flight from 7 o'clock this morning, with delays expected throughout the day, hours after both runways were closed for the second time in less than 24 hours due to a drone sighting. The airport advised travelers to check with their airlines as it's prepared for the restart, 2 hours later than originally scheduled after the Friday evening closure. And now to floor sports. African title winning Super Falcons striker Ifeoma Onumonu has announced their retirement from professional football. Onumonu, who announced the decision to quit the round leather game at the age of 31 via a social media page this morning, promised to explore opportunities off the pitch using the skills and lessons learned from a time on it. And that's the news, but before we go, here's a summary of the main news. Our special report today focused on struggles, triumphs as Nigeria clocks 65. On the foreign, Simonich Airport confirms gradual resumption of flights after Friday closure. And in sports, Super Falcons striker Onumoni retires professional football. That's the news is edited by Oladapo Kunubi. Remember that together we can make Nigeria great again. Thanks for listening. My name is Favor Oloran Tola. Good afternoon.